Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I got another episode of the biggest robberies in boxing for y'all. And in lieu of its upcoming undisputed super fight with Alexander Usyk, this fight is of course about Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 1. And if you're new to the channel, this series is basically me rewatching and rescoring controversial fights of the past, letting y'all know my thoughts on the fight and who really won, in my opinion, of course. And I gotta say, watching this fight really took me back. I mean, this fight was back in 2018, when Wilder was on top of the heavyweight division. He was literally steamrolling through everybody. During introductions, his record showed 40 wins with 39 knockouts. Like, he really was that guy at that time. He was the bronze bomber. He was an insane knockout artist, with an insane knockout ratio. Fury, on the other hand, wasn't nearly as big as he is today. A lot really changes in just a few years' time, man. Nowadays, Wilder is just some washed up bum who was always overrated, according to a lot of people. And Fury is still on top, about to have, the most significant fight of his career, bar none. The landscape has changed so much. And the narratives has changed so much. Fury took on the scariest, most dangerous fighter in boxing in 2018, and yet today he's accused of ducking and running from a cruiserweight. It's wild out here, man. And the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, was in the building. It was so nice to see. Truly rest in peace to one of the GOATs. But anyways, let's just get right into it. Now, the first round, it was a close one, but I gave it to Wilder. He immediately landed 2 stab jabs to the body. He got a left hook in, which had Fury back up a little bit. Landed a couple more jabs, and I think he grazed Fury with a sloppy right hand. Fury, for the round, just pumped the jab out, but he did catch Wilder with a right hand to end the round. I thought Wilder was winning 90% of the round handily, but he got caught by the cleanest shot of the round. So it's a toss-up, but I'm leaning towards giving this round to Wilder just because he did more in this round. He threw more and he landed more, and honestly controlled the round for the most part. For round 2, I thought it was Fury's round. It was interesting because it was like the reverse of the first round, but this time Fury had control of most of the round with his jabs and footwork. And the round started as like a battle of the jabs. Wilder was actually showing a good account for himself, but as the round went on, Fury ultimately won the battle. He was letting the jab go, and Wilder couldn't really do nothing because Fury would just jab and move, and Wilder couldn't land anything on him. Fury was winning most of the round, but Wilder did touch Fury with the right hand at the closing seconds, which did land, but Muscle just grazed Fury, so I just don't think that's enough to outdo Fury's work. Second round is Fury's round. Now, round 3, very close round. Both landed several times on each other, and both landed power shots. We're splitting hairs here because I think they landed just about the same amount of punches on each other, but I think the cleaner, more significant shots came from Fury. Wilder did land some power shots, but his technique was just terrible. It really wasn't so damaging, so it's a close round, but I'm going to give it to Fury. Round 4 was a pretty tame round. Wilder was pressing on. He seems to be getting a bit more impatient, like he really just wanted to land something significant. He was trying his very hardest to land that right hand, but absolutely nothing. He threw a lot of power shots, but missed all of them. Fury landed a good amount of jabs, so did Wilder, but I'd have to give the round to Fury just because of the amount of times he made Wilder miss with his heavy shots. I think he also outlanded Wilder slightly here. So yeah, round 4 is Fury's. Now round 5, Wilder started the round very well. He landed a couple of jabs and he was countering with his jab very well in this round. He definitely won the first 2 minutes of the round. Fury just wasn't throwing, but in the final minute, Fury was letting his hands go and found some success, but so did Wilder. He grazed again with his right hand, but nonetheless, that's still a scoring blow. So, I think this is the first round where I can feel comfortable giving to Wilder. Round 6 was a very close round, which I actually ended up watching twice just because I couldn't figure out who I wanted to give it to. And I actually counted the punches that landed, and I had it 11-10 in favor of Wilder when it comes to punches landed. He landed a stiff jab in the final seconds, so he did outland Fury. However, Fury did throw that flurry which had him landing like 3 or 4 punches on Wilder, with a couple of them being power punches. Most, if not all, of Wilder's punches were jabs, but because he stiffens them up, you could argue that they're just as damaging as Fury's lighter thrown punches from the flurry. It's a really close round, but to be honest, I was gonna give it to Fury, but that last jab keeps replaying in my head. It snapped Fury's head back, and that shit was stiff, so I'll edge it to Wilder ever so slightly. So yeah, round 6 is Wilder's round, but this is like a swing round to me. Round 7 is Fury's round. Wilder started the round very strong, got a couple of jabs to the head and body, a couple of counter hooks, but then Fury lands a couple of 1-2s and a flush right straight, which had Wilder acting up, trying to bang it out to no avail. Fury landed another 1-2 and a good jab to end the round. This was easily Fury's round. Same with round 8, another clear round for Fury. He landed a handful of jabs and a couple of right hands. Wilder landed a couple of stab jabs and had a bit of a moment at the end of the round, but nothing significant. So round 8 is clearly Fury's round. Now round 9, Wilder scores a knockdown with shots that look like they didn't even land. He literally was just swinging and none of them looked like they landed flush, but then you just saw Fury fall to the ground. Obviously that was on live watch. When you saw the replay, it's clear that they landed. It's cool. Anyways, Fury got up and was in survival mode for about 10 to 15 seconds. Wilder was just swinging for the fences and he gassed himself out, man. This guy's a goof. Fury had himself some success too, landing some good shots, but not enough to erase the knockdown. Good round for both, but this is a 100% a 10-8 round for Deontay Wilder. We head to round 10, which is another clear round for Fury. He came out very strong. I think, he wanted to let Wilder know that he ain't going nowhere. He's not hurt. He's not dazed. He's not nothing. He ended up penetrating Wilder's block with a 1-2 at the start of the round and then just proceeded to land more right hands and jabs. Wilder may have landed a couple of jabs, but nothing much else. Round 11 was another round where Fury just controlled. Not a particularly exciting round, but he outlanded Wilder. Wilder did land a straight right to Fury's body, which seemed to have hurt Fury for maybe a second, but that's about it. And we get to round 12, which has to be one of the best round 12s ever. Very dramatic round where, you guys know, Wilder lands his signature right straight on Fury, and on the way down he lands a left hook as well. Timber. Fury looked to have been knocked out cold, man. Didn't move or nothing. He was out cold, but then he wasn't. He got up and then he caught another huge left hook. And how he stayed on his feet is beyond me. Wilder is swinging and swinging, but he is gassing. As soon as he let up, Fury throws and lands a 2-piece on Wilder, which had him stumbling on the ropes. A few dead seconds pass, but Fury is advancing and Wilder looks completely gassed. The bell rings and the fight ends, and that was one hell of a round. This round was most definitely another 10-8 round for the Bronze Bomber. After the fight, the two embrace and they look real intimate with one another. No diddy. You can really see the respect and admiration for one another in the moment they shared there. It looked so genuine and beautiful. And guys, honestly, if you guys have ever been on M, they look like a couple of homies rolling right there, sharing a beautiful moment. It was lovely to see, and it really is a shame how their relationship ended up the next few years. Blood turned bad, and it's just sad, honestly. But all that's irrelevant now. It is what it is. But anyways, how did the scores turn out? Well, me personally, I had it 113, a draw. Yes, I had it as a draw. I actually agreed with the ultimate result, and here is my scorecard, guys. And as you guys can see, I had Fury winning 7 rounds to Wilder's 5, but of course Wilder had 2 knockdowns. Now I will admit that I ever so slightly edged 2 close rounds to Wilder. So if I was to actually pick a winner, I would pick Tyson Fury for sure. I think a 114-112 scorecard could be appropriate as well. Even maybe a 115-111 score for Fury if you really didn't like Wilder's work. But for my official score, I had that as a draw, 113-113. It was a good fight. And I'm not gonna lie, Wilder wasn't all that bad. Nowadays there's so much talk of him just being so overrated and always being a bum. But he has some skills. His timing is mad underrated, and so is his counterpunching. He wasn't just a madman windmilling around and landing lucky blows. Nah, there's a method to the madness, you know what I mean? The way he fights isn't pretty or easy on the eye, but there's a reason he was once the most dangerous man in boxing. And Fury was just good old Fury, man. Lots of showboating, good head movement, great jab, very elusive, and has the heart of a king. Both showcase their ability to take a punch. I know Fury ate that two-piece in round 12, but Wilder also took some big shots, but was never hurt. Oh, and Wilder, man, his jab was actually pretty damn good back then. He threw it often enough, and when it landed, it was damaging. I wish he'd go back to using it more, because if he masters that 1-2, he could really make a comeback even at his age today. But that's it for me, y'all. What did you guys think of the fight? Who do you think won? How did you guys score it? Leave it down in the comments below, and please leave a like and subscribe. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you.